The Toronto Maple Leafs took an important step in bolstering their forward line by signing Max Domi to a one-year contract. This move brings Domi, an experienced 28-year-old player, to the team on a one-year deal worth $3 million. Domi had a notable performance with the Chicago Blackhawks last season, leading the team in points before being traded to the Dallas Stars, and he brings considerable offensive prowess. Besides Domi, Leafs general manager Brad Treliving also secured contracts with other key players like Tyler Bertuzzi, John Klingberg, and Ryan Reeves in a series of moves aimed at strengthening the team's roster. Max Domi offers versatility to the Leafs, able to play both center and wing. With an outstanding performance last year, winning over half of his faceoffs for the first time in his career, Domi brings not only technical skill but also a physical presence when needed, although he is not known for his aggressiveness in terms of hits. Max Domi's NHL history includes stints with various teams, accumulating a total of 121 goals and 370 points over a decade in the league. His father, Ty Domi, had a long career with the Maple Leafs, adding a historical connection to the team. With this signing, the Leafs are solidifying their roster for the next season, but still have pending contract issues, such as the situation with goaltender Ilya Samsonov. The team will need to manage its salary cap, possibly considering moves to ensure adequate financial space. But let's throw some questions out there. What do you think of these recent signings? Will Domi really bring what the team needs? What should we expect from a player with a history on multiple teams? Will his father, Ty Domi's influence in the franchise be a relevant factor? I know some of you are skeptical, while others are excited about this news. What's your take? What I see here is a change in the Leafs' mentality, an attempt to strengthen not only technical talent but also grit and versatility on the ice. Max Domi could be the missing piece in our team's puzzle. He brings experience, skill, and a special touch that we hope to see shine in future games. What do you think of Max Domi's signing by the Leafs? How do you think he will contribute to the team next season? With the addition of Domi and other reinforcements, what are your perspectives on the Leafs for the upcoming season? And the Toronto Maple Leafs secured Connor Dewar to contribute as a winger in their formation, resulting in a renewed contract as a restricted free agent. The Leafs closed a new deal with Dewar, set at a one-year contract worth $1.18 million, choosing this approach instead of resorting to arbitration. After joining Toronto in a trade with the Minnesota Wild in exchange for young talent Dmitry Ovchinnikov and a draft pick, Dewar participated in 17 regular season games, accumulating 5 points with an average of nearly 13 minutes per game, along with 29 hits during these contests. Considering the season as a whole, including his time with Minnesota, he finished with 11 goals and 8 assists in 74 games. With a total of 190 NHL games over 3 seasons, the 24-year-old player has accumulated 19 goals and 43 points, showing his consistency and presence in the sports scene. Meanwhile, the situation of Nick Robertson, another restricted free agent who has yet to sign a contract with the Leafs, remains pending. Robertson has expressed dissatisfaction with his position on the team and has requested a trade. However, there doesn't seem to be any movement from the team to accommodate this request. Seriously, Dewar arrived and earned his place on the team's fourth line. With reasonable numbers and impressive determination on the ice, he showed value and grit, essential characteristics for any player wearing this iconic jersey. Now, the $1.18 million contract for 1 year could be a sign of confidence in his game's evolution or just a temporary measure to keep the team balanced. What intrigues me is this renewal enough to strengthen our roster for a solid performance next season? And speaking of challenges, Nick Robertson's situation couldn't go unnoticed. With the player showing dissatisfaction and asking for a change, are the Leafs doing enough to resolve this internal issue and maintain the team's cohesion? Overall, this contractual movement brings both intriguing questions and interesting reflections on the Leafs' future. Do you believe that renewing Connor Dewar's contract strengthens the team for the next season? And what about Nick Robertson? Should the Leafs consider his dissatisfaction and look for a solution that works for both parties? Given the recent moves in the Toronto Maple Leaf signing market, the arrival of players like Max Domi and Connor Dewar adds a new dimension to the team, bringing experience and vigor to future games. These signings raise intriguing questions. How will Domi contribute to the team's performance? And regarding Dewar, does his contract reflect confidence in his evolution, or is it just a temporary measure? As the Leafs prepare for the next season, considerations about Nick Robertson's situation also emerge, prompting debates about team management and the quest for internal cohesion. Your opinions are valuable. How do you assess the impact of these signings in strengthening the team? And regarding Robertson, what would be the most appropriate approach to handle his dissatisfaction? Share your perspectives in the comments, like, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications to keep following our analysis and debate on the Leafs.